Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan.
Good morning.
The New York City Council convened yesterday for a hearing into the transit crisis that's engulfed the city in recent months. Despite earlier unveiling an emergency plan to stabilize the system, MTA Chief Joe Lhota declined to testify before the Transportation Committee, despite requests of the Council Speaker. The aim of the hearing was to propose solutions, and one man that had the opportunity to voice his views was activist Michael Sciarrafo. But it wasn't long into his testimony until the chair of that committee shut him down.
Will you and this body craft a legislation to make it so that the MTA informs the public about emergency and evacuation procedures to find safety? Is that something you will do?
Thank you, sir. And I will, first of all, turn off the microphone. Thank you. As you know, the council, we don't have power to legislate or
you can write legislation.
You asked me the question. I know you've been getting to a one-on-one right now.
So is that a no? Will you not take up legislation for this?
Can you do a favor? Turn off the microphone.
Michael was caught on that infamous F train that derailed and lost power for an hour in June and has been writing to lawmakers to express his disgust. And joining me now is Michael Sciarrafo. Michael, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so first tell me, what was last night's testimony like? What was that experience like for you?
So it was interesting to hear the back and forth between the city agencies and the city government bickering over funding, who paid for what, who didn't pay for what, who took money from this and didn't return it. It's designed to confuse the public, and unfortunately that's why everybody is successful in avoiding accountability.
Aha, okay. Did it bother you at all that Mr. Lhota was not there to hear what you had to say?
Absolutely. I sent him a letter basically requesting that we have emergency and evacuation signs and diagrams posted throughout the train system. I have yet to hear a response from him. Then he didn't show up at yesterday's hearing. Now, it's interesting because he'll go out on television and blame the city for not paying the money. When it comes time to defending that in an open session at the city council, he was nowhere to be found. So I thought that was quite telling.
So did the council hearing for you feel more like maybe a PR stunt or something to quell the public's anger?
It definitely seemed like a generated event to kind of lump every aspect of the problems together into one day so that, the city council can check that off their list and say, hey, we had a hearing on it. But when you get down into break it down into pieces from, the evacuation plan didn't get much attention. It was mostly a bickering fight about who's paying, where's the money going to come from, and different ideas to fund phase 1 and phase 2.
All right, so you mentioned the plan and some of the things that they came up with for this twofold plan they're going to implement. Aside from the fact that it's going to take 2 years before anything even starts, was there anything that you felt was left out aside from some of the things that you mentioned already?
So I was quite happy that some of the recommendations that I made in my letters to the MTA chairman made it into the 30-day plan that they came out with. But one noticeably absent aspect of my recommendations was my main issue, which is the evacuation plans to be posted throughout the system. People need to know what's going to happen in the event of emergency. How do you get off of a train? How do you navigate a tunnel? How do you find the nearest emergency exit? So instead of taking my a recommendation for a public service announcement campaign for that respect, they've chosen instead to have a PSA campaign to inform riders on not littering. And any New Yorker can tell you, we know that we're not supposed to litter. If you take away the garbage cans from the stations, the litter is going to end up on the tracks. So that's an easily solvable problem. What is not an easily solvable problem is the confusion that people have when we are stuck in a tunnel, and it could be a terrorist attack, a derailment, a fire, or a flood. What are we supposed to do?
So then, with what they are doing right now, like encouraging people not to litter so that we don't at least have the incidents that would cause that, isn't that at least a step for you, or is that not enough?
So the way I view it is that they're more ready to blame riders for the problems. If you pay attention to how they speak, they blame it on litter. Mm-hmm. They blame it on increased ridership. They blame it on the way riders enter and exit doors. Again, it's a lot of the blame being put on the rider. The rider is paying for a service. You're not providing an actual service that we're paying for. I blame the MTA. It's the tracks, it's the signals, it's the malfunctioning of the power outages. It is not the litter. It is not the people who don't know how to enter and exit a train. We're all New Yorkers. We've been on the trains a million times. We get it. People need to get on, people need to get off. And there's limited space on trains. So yes, people are going to hang out by the doors.
Okay, last question before we wrap up here. Considering the fact that it looks like the MTA is only going to take so many of your recommendations for right now, is there anything that you plan to do to get the word out that things like the evacuation plan need to happen, etc.?
So I've testified yesterday at the Transportation Committee hearing on this. I have went and talked directly to Rani Hakim and asked her, why is this not implemented in our system? Why is it that I have not received a response to my letter asking for this to be implemented? She told me that she had not seen it before, which was quite interesting, that I sent it over a month ago, 5 weeks ago. And also, I'll be also pushing other committees. I will testify at other committees if they have them. I will be pushing this issue because everyone I speak to agrees that this is something that should happen. And it's very simple to solve. You put out a campaign, you put up diagrams throughout the system, you put advertisements in the train, and you give out pamphlets. It's that simple. We need to know what to do. We need to be informed, not left in the dark, literally and figuratively.
All right, well, listen, Michael, thank you so much for giving us, again, your recommendations for what sounds like an incredibly frustrating and scary experience.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.